It was okay to demand that President Muhammadu Buhari and his vice, Professor Osinbajo, publicly declare their assets. Well, after all, it was one of the cardinal issues raised by their political party, the All Progressive Congress, prior to the elections. But what I do not understand is the ranting and public scrutiny, usually based on ignorance, that has trailed the declaration. I am not so confused with what is going on that I did not recognize the inconsistency sticking out its head in the whole drama. How come President Muhammadu Buhari took a bank loan to purchase the presidential nomination form of the APC, whereas he has about 30 million naira in his account? General Buhari never said that himself though, but he did not deny it when his associates threw the story at the public as explanation for how the acclaimed austere man could spend 25 million naira just to contest in the presidential primaries, which he was not sure of winning. Now it is known that the former military head of state is not a pauper after all. I am still trying to wrap my head around why the sudden publication of the document of declaration, even when the Code of Conduct Bureau, whose duty it is to verify the claims, is yet to begin or conclude its task. Was it just to calm the frayed nerves of yesterday's men, that is borrowing Dr. Ruben Abati's words, who are vigorously hanging on the neck of government in a manner that suggests it is payback time? Oh, I remember President's media manager had said that the document will be published within the first 100 days of the administration. Now a round of applause for a promise kept, which stands simple logic on its head. Reason with me on this line. How can it be reconciled if after the verification, the CCB discovers that the publication is faulty or economical with the truth? Common sense demands that verification by the CCB should have been concluded before any public announcement is made. Having said that, what appears quite interesting is that the same people who were screaming from the rooftop that the president and his vice did not publicly declare their assets are the same ones faulting every bit of the document. They are the same also who told Nigerians that it does not matter whether or not Dr. Jonathan declared his assets when he was president. Some of them are questioning from comments making the rounds. How come the president did not even achieve anything within 30 years he left the military? He did not write a book or establish an NGO or even carry out any form of community development. Hello? Is asset declaration the same thing as curriculum vitae? Because some individuals are set in certain ways, like in this case, to criticize and oppose, it's not a license to be senseless, I guess. I read from one commentator I admire, I quote, "They want us to believe that the president is prudent and not flamboyant. Why did he accept the vehicles given to him by his so-called friends when his car was attacked in Kaduna? Even the one given to him by the federal government as a former head of state, must he keep them?" Some of the critics are also asking why the president did not include the current worth of the houses, cattle and horses he enlisted, while others queried the exclusion of his property on 9 Udoma Street, Asokoro, Abuja. That's what they claim. But seriously, if asset declaration is what I understand it to be, and Mr. President fails or refuses to include a property he owns, I do not really see any issue. The worth or relevance of the exercise is to know what the official has before assuming office. As much as this is important, it is more critical to check back after the individual has left office to balance and cross-check the new additions and weigh that with the official's remuneration while in office. If we are serious to hold our officials accountable, Nigerians should take a chill pill and wait for the end of this administration in 2019. That is when realistic questions can be asked on acquisitions. But there is this thought going on in my mind which I want to share with you. Just help me please. Has the president and his vice really publicly declared their assets? The answer to me is a simple no. As I hinted earlier, public declaration of assets cannot be said to have been done until the Code of Conduct Bureau concludes its verification. As a matter of fact, the publication can only be genuinely done by the CCB with the permission of the official. Therefore, the document published by the media aide to the president is nothing but a distraction from the demand for the fulfillment of Mr. President's electoral promise of transparency, which is hinged on eradicating illegal enrichment by public officers. In any case, while we wait for the proper declaration of assets, let the recent revival of dead refineries be sustained. Let the electricity companies that are suddenly waking up to their duties increase the current number of hours of providing power from what we see now, about 12 hours averagely in a day, to 18 hours, and then we'll move on to 24 hours. Let the remedy to the fluctuating rate of exchanging the naira for the dollar be fixed. Nigerians are looking up to the end of Boko Haram in less than 3 months. Let Nigeria work again.